How you see today Champions League match? Man City versus Inter Milan and PSG versus Girona. How you see that game?
I would like us to start from the Man City versus the Inter Milan game.
Okay.
You see, it's like a replay of
The last Champions League.
the Champions League 2 seasons ago,
2 seasons,
Champions League
yeah.
final that Man City defeated
Inter Milan
Inter
1-0.
Milan narrowly by that Rodri strike. You know, that game was a very tight one, and I see Inter Milan trying to come for a revenge this time around.
Yes.
You know, being the fact that the last time they met, they were almost victorious, even for that Lukaku miss and other things that didn't go their way. So I think this time around, even coming to Etihad Stadium, they would like to come and get that possible revenge on the Man City. But on the Man City side, you see that Man City at home and in the Champions League is almost basically 100% results in terms of positivity, because they tend to win almost all their home games.
Okay.
So I see that game to be a very low-scoring affair, because, you know, to breach the defense of the Italians is quite difficult.
But for me, I think Inter Milan would not like to take it easy on Man City, because you know what it means to take away something you feel that has gotten to your hands. Like at that final, you know, Inter Milan played with all their life.
Yes,
like,
they played very well that day.
If you watch that game, you see that those guys were like, they played very well.
Yes,
they played very well. So Man City, it's not going to be easy for Man City today, because Inter Milan, check what they've been doing of recent. I know their form has not been that nice, but they've not lost. But they've not lost any game.
4 games.
So they've been. For me, I think they're still doing well. They are still unbeaten, and same as Man City unbeaten. So this game is a game that is, I feel, is not just predictable. Even if I want to predict that match, I don't think I should. That match is not going to be more than 2 goals match.
Yes, definitely.
It's either there's a 1-0 win, or that match is a draw game. So it's a very tough game for me. That's what I think. Because look at Inter Milan. Inter Milan, there's no change. There's no new person.
There's no basic fine-tuning of the team. Yeah,
player in that team. So if there's a new player, maybe it's no more than 2 players. You know. So, but Man City, the life of Haaland is in form right now. You know. The guy is really doing well. Enough goals.
Yeah,
enough goals.
I think I will come in like this. You know, you mentioned that both teams are unbeaten. But when you talk of unbeaten in terms of their league play this season, when you talk of unbeaten, Man City's own case of unbeaten, that they've won all the games.
Yes.
I think Inter Milan they drew 2. They won 2. So you can see that is not. You can't equate both on level ground. Fine, both unbeaten, but one wins all the game, the other one have not won all the game. So I think no matter what, I see the factor that, you know, the Haaland factor must come into play.
Sure.
Haaland this season in the EPL 9 goals already, 4 games.
Okay.
He has already defined the goal scoring chart already at this end of the season. So I think that Haaland factor will come into play in this game. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a very tight game. The Inter Milan will try and everything possible not to lose that game with a high scoring margin of which they've not done for a very long time. But I see Man City coming on top.
So let's talk about the second match for that same day, for today again. PSG versus Girona. So, but before we go into that match in details, there's one player I'm kind of concerned about, which is person of Dembele.
Okay, Dembele, yes.
I'm asking myself, is it the same Dembele we watched in Barcelona? That same Dembele that is still in PSG right now, that is playing, doing these wonderful things? Because this guy has scored 3 goals in 4 games.
Yes.
And this is the same Dembele that's in Barcelona. This guy has not been doing well. That's to me, he has not been doing well. But now you can see Dembele is kind of the man behind the team, like kind of the man carrying the team. His passes, his shot accuracy, and everything. The guy is doing marvelously well. So how do you see that team? How do you see Girona? Can you think Girona can withstand that pressure of PSG right now?
I'll come in from the Dembele factor. You know, I think the new Dembele, I will say, the new Dembele, he has been refined.
Okay, you call him new Dembele?
Yeah, new Dembele, because he has been refined. The coach has refined him.
They don't lose him?
Yes. No, he's reborn. Let's use the word.
Reborn.
He's reborn. Yeah, he's reborn. Because the team PSG generally improved this season. you know, the absence of Mbappe, most people thought that the absence of Mbappe we
Well,
bring
yes.
a downfall of that team. But I think it brought about a lot of teamwork, general team play, because, you know, with Mbappe with the ball, excellent. Mbappe without the ball is like short one in the
Yes.
team. Much regards to Mbappe.
He doesn't mark.
Much regards to Mbappe. I'm not trying to bring a letter.
No, he did well. He did well.
He did well, and he's still doing well. But the truth of the matter is, the team now, they galvanize more. They brought in 1 or 2 players. The Bacola factor, the Neves factor from the midfield. The team is actually stronger, and there's more of a teamwork in the PSG team now. Against the Gironas, I don't see the Girona putting any stumbling block to that game. That game is going to be a very swift run for the PSG team, because I see them scoring nothing less than 3 or 4 goals against the Girona team.
Wow.
Yes.
3 or 4 goals.
Yes.
That's massive.
Yes, and even the goals will start coming from the first half.
But this is Champions League. We're talking of Champions League.
Yeah, Champions
We're
League.
not talking of Carling Cup.
Definitely. Champions League, but when you talk of Champions League, they are champions upon champions. PSG
Yes.
are champions. Are Girona champions? They qualified as top 4. They were ever champions. But PSG are the champions of champions in terms of
Okay.
their league play. So
The
Girona
champions
is
of
just there.
champions.
Yes, in terms of French football. But the Girona team came in as one of the qualifying teams from the French league. So I think with that, I feel the PSG team will come out on top against the Girona team.
Okay.
Yes, it's going to be a very swift victory.
If you say so, but we'll watch out what the outcome will be today.
Okay.
So, well, thank you very much, viewers. Please share, like, and comment. Thank you very much.